the Lakers just officially beat the Dallas Mavericks 107-99 in Luka Doncic's first game against his former team, where Luka played well, but I don't think he lived up to the expectations that people had. Once again, played well, so I don't want to make it sound like I'm crapping on Luka. I'm not Nico Harrison, all right. So just wasn't as efficient as I think people kind of expected. I think people were hoping that he'd come out super upset, score like 40 points. He only took 17 shots. I think people were hoping for a little bit more than that. But with that being said, he still finished with a triple-double, his first as a Laker, 19 points, 12 assists, and 15 rebounds. And, like this, you could tell that this was his first game against Dallas. I thought that there were some moments and some possessions here and there, not too many, really just like 3 or 4, where Luka would just dribble into a spot that wasn't great, and he would, take a bad shot. Most of those shots coming from 3. He didn't shoot it particularly well, 1 of 7 from downtown in this game. I also thought the Mavericks did a good job of doubling him. He hit that insane 3-point shot over, a double team early in the game, but he stepped out of bounds, so it didn't stand. But I think that's a perfect example of some of the situations that he kind of forced shots in, just because, he's playing his old team. He wants to, prove to the world, even though the world already knows, how dumb the Mavericks were for trading him away. So I think he's poised to go for 40 when they play in Dallas, just because, the nerves and the extra emotion of playing against your former team for the first time, those are gone. So now the second game, I think he'll be able to relax a little bit. It'll be in Dallas, so it'll be a little bit different, but I think he'll relax more. He'll take better shots, and he won't force those bad ones when he's being doubled like he did tonight. But, the cool thing about basketball is you can miss shots and still play a really good game like he did. Once again, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. And the reason why I was so pleased watching him, just as a guy who is a Mavericks fan, the effort, man. 3 steals, 2 blocks, engaged off the ball. He's never going to be a great on-ball defender. That's why the Mavericks did everything that they could to get him switched onto Kyrie Irving, because even if Luka is trying his dang hardest, he's not staying in front of Kyrie. And that's not a knock, because there's a lot of guys who can't stay in front of Kyrie. So just the paying attention off the ball, the trying to get in passing lanes, playing good help defense, that's how he got his 2 blocks. He came over and played help defense. Doing things like that, or I guess not doing those types of things, are part of why the Dallas Mavericks didn't keep him around, which once again was incredibly stupid of them. And so I just, the effort was definitely there, which raises a question for me. I think everyone knows that every single time Luka Doncic plays against the Dallas Mavericks, it's going to look like this, where he's engaged off the ball and he's trying to keep whoever's guarding him or whoever he's guarding in front of him, and those types of things. Like the effort will always be there every single time that the Lakers play against Dallas, because Luka's going to bring it every time he plays against Dallas. Will the effort be there, though, against the other 28 teams? That is the question that I have for Luka going forward, because as idiotic as it was of the Dallas Mavericks to trade Luka, his effort isn't great is a valid thing for them to say about him. And, I think people, because a lot of people watched this game tonight, I'm actually very intrigued to see what the ratings wind up being. I think people are going to watch this game and be like, yeah, Luka's going to, fix everything, and he's going to start playing really hard, and he's going to start being a good defender and all those things. I don't think that that's necessarily true. I want to see what he looks like against the Wizards in, January of next year. Okay, because I think that's the real test for me, right? Even though, to be fair, a lot of people don't play hard against the Wizards in January, and they still win. So maybe that's not the best example. But how does Luka perform in these other regular season games that aren't against Dallas? Is he as engaged as he was tonight on the defensive side of the floor? Not saying that he will be or won't be. That's just something that I know that I'm going to be looking at going forward. And look, if he does show that level of effort in games that aren't against the Mavericks, that's going to be a great sign for him going forward. I do believe in the power of habits, And I think that when you build good habits in the regular season, like being engaged off the ball when you're playing defense or even on offense or whatever it is, like that translates into the playoffs. Yes, there's a switch that is flipped for a lot of these guys, but like you still have to have that foundation of having those good habits in the regular season. And hopefully we see Luka kind of build off of tonight and really kind of establish those habits for the rest of his career. Because if he does, who knows? Maybe he goes down as the best player ever. Probably not, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how his career progresses. So yeah, he looked good once again, triple double, and I think he's poised to put up just a monster game when he returns to Dallas. Just having those nerves out of having played against the Mavericks for the first time since the trade. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, like, comment, all those things. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll talk to you again soon.